in the man cave here in Wistful Vistas in beautiful San Diego, suburban San Diego, California, with Kevin Carrera and his absolutely gorgeous ZX10R. Kevin, what have we done so far on this machine?
Most of the modification on this bike have been cosmetics. We've done the windshield, the rear peg, solo peg from an RR model ZX10, and we're going to do some new adjustments here for the gas cap and for the bolts here in the windscreen X.
And we did the rear view mirror.
Yes, that's actually a big modification here.
Yeah.
Aside from the rest was taking it apart and taking apart some fairings apart and plugging in those Lighttech silver ionized block-off mirrors, and it looks really stunning in the bike as it sits.
It does. I think it makes a little look a lot more streamlined. I'm not as comfortable without the mirrors as Kevin is, but he's cool with it. I think they undoubtedly look better without the mirrors, but you know, you've got to do your riding style, and if you can do it, you can do it. And then this exhaust bracket and foot peg delete really slims up the back of the motorcycle, along with the tail tidy that we were doing earlier.
It really enhances the look of the Prokovich exhaust Evo exhaust system. It makes it look like a race bike, especially with that system on. From the rear, it looks absolutely stunning.
Right. Okay, so what did we say today? The gas cap?
Yeah, we're going to replace it with this product from Motomillions. It's the TWM, and it's a silver accent on the gas cap switch here, and it should look great with the silver lining here. So it's going to really match, especially with these Pazzles levers with the green accent and the green forks. It really makes a really huge contrast in the bike.
And we're going to set up the Velcro. He's got some Velcro in this machine for his phone. It's the Kawi is just designed perfectly to put the phone in that spot there, out of the wind. And he's got some really beautiful windshield bolts that we're going to replace those silver ones with some green ones. Kawi green all the way. Okay, so let's get into it.
Okay.
Okay, we're back on the job here. Kevin and I were just talking, and I was just saying the last thing we want to do is lose one of those bolts down in the gas cap. So I'm going to put a little towel in there as hopefully some insurance. Okay, Kevin, dig in there, partner. And what size is that again?
These, what is this?
4 millimeter.
4 millimeter? Okay. Yeah, I haven't messed with the bolts here on this one.
Yeah. So let's get that loose. Kevin's taken care to put those over on the side there. Grab that. I'm going to grab this guy. Oh, this is going to be a little piece of cake.
Got a little bit of gasket. Where did that come from?
That came from there.
Right there?
Yeah.
Does it fit right there like that, Gary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a breather.
Okay. I think I have most of the parts. So these guys come with their own bolts here.
That is sweet. Boy, that's a little easier. Well, let's see. There might be 2 rings that we have to put down.
Remember these guys come with their own bolts?
Yeah, they do.
And they have their own gaskets. So we have to be very careful. So how do you remember playing this trick? Does this go in the gas tank here, or?
That goes in the gas tank. That hangs down in the gas tank.
This was right here. It's like a seal or like a.
Yeah, that's a seal against it. So for a second here, let's stop.
We'll just set this aside.
And what we're going to do, we're going to take advantage, ladies and gentlemen, do a little cleanup around here. These things pick up some muck and stuff like that, and this one's got some crud around there.
What do you think we want to clean it with? Can we get some water and clean it with?
Yeah, we shouldn't use anything that's going to challenge the metal. This comes from my Pennsylvania buddy, Dado Rados, and this is called Awesome. It's a product that he turned me on to, and it fits the name. What you get is you get the bottle and you cut it down 50-50, water and this stuff. So I'm not going to spray it so that it gets into the gas. But I'm gonna get some there. Let's see if we can't get some of the crud. Don't worry, folks. We'll speed this up. We won't bore you with this whole deal here. But you've got a chance to get it, and there's small specks in here. All these motorcycles do have fuel filters in them, but they can also clog too. So we'll just clean the majority of the bad stuff out of there, or as much as we can get to anyway. And you'll feel better about it, Kevin. Okay, that's not too bad.
Much cleaner.
Yeah.
I guess it's the debris that gets in there.
Yeah, it's dust that flies in there, and then when you put the fuel in and you close it on a dusty day, you pick up some stuff, so, you know. Who knows what they look like if they've been on the road for a lot of years. Okay, that, I believe, will go down here.
Really?
Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, that's what looks like what they had in mind now. Take the cap off for now.
Am I doing it correctly? How do you remove this cap?
You push down. Huh. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it while it's off the bike.
Okay, so this gasket goes here.
Yeah.
Do you fit it in?
What I don't understand. Yeah, you put those on. See, I only see 3 attachment points.
I got 1,
Let's.
2, 3.
Yep, those are the big
and
guys.
then two little ones, so I got 5.
Okay, so what I'm not getting. Okay, so
Instructions.
okay, it's coming clear. It's coming clear, partner.
The big ones are gonna have the little extender here.
The little ones are dummies. See, we only have 3 screw holes here,
Okay.
and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now these big ones are gonna require a little pin, and I guess those are the ones where we need to pay attention to.
Correct.
O-ring.
And so 2 of them are dummies. So 2 of them we can install. 1, 2, 3. So this one and this one are going to be the real hold downs. These are dummies. So you want to take the small ones. Do they give you a nut to back up? Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
So take the small ones and the 4mm wrench, and let's put our cloth over this again so we don't drop anything down it.
Into the dummy one?
Yeah. So we need a little tiny metric guy, don't we?
Oh my.
We need a baby metric wrench.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
So we don't have to Loctite these, of course, because those are lock nuts. Do you know how you can tell?
How?
Do you see the little green nylon
Oh, that's
on
how
the
you.
side of it?
Okay.
That's how you can tell it's a lock.
Vibration already sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not gonna screw it too tight.
Nope. Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, so let's show the camera here if we can.
They all have to have that.
Right here. Okay.
I'm just gonna do this
So
for you.
let's show the camera real quick. Camera, very quick view here. There are 5 threaded holes drilled in the TWM fuel cap, but there are only 3 active attachment points that we thread this to. So 2 of the screws are dummies, and they provide those with lock nuts. The next thing we have to do is we've got to figure a way to get these guys on with the spacers to sit on here and not drop the darn things down in the gas tank. And that's going to be, I'm not lying, that's going to be a little bit on the tough side. Here's how it's going to look when it's on, and those three are lined up. So the scary part, Kevin, the really scary part is we have to set those down, and if we lose that down in the tank, so what I'm going to do...
They're spacers.
Oops.
They're spacers.
I'm going to get some tape, and I'm going to tape that up.
Okay.
And then we can pull the tape out before we put the final, we torque it down finally. Because I can't think of, if I got the right piece of cloth, we could pull it up through there. But there's, yeah, scary. So,
And screw.
you know what the O-ring's for?
Seal?
It's to hold those in place once we put them on. So they're okay.
Do you have a little,
Due to Kevin's brilliance, we're figuring it out now. So there are spacers under the screws that are required, and if you try to put them on without them holding there, you're going to drop one in the gas tank. And what Kevin is doing, and I don't know if we get a good photo of it here or a good video of it, Kevin is trying to start that O-ring around the end of the screw, and that's going to keep that spacer from dropping into the gas tank. So here's a close-up of how that works. This spacer goes between the screw and the cap. The screw comes through the cap in the spacer. Now if we just tried to put it on with the spacer hanging there, we'd lose it down into the gas tank. So the O-ring is designed to hold it there so it won't get loose and fall in the gas tank. And Kevin's doing his best medical job. He's a medical professional, and he's doing his medical job getting those done. So back to you in a minute. So Kevin's assembling the back end of it, and it's a very ticklish job. We discovered that there were washers above the spacers. We didn't see them, and they don't show up in the instruction area. Not entirely sure they're 100% necessary, but since they're there, we're going to use them just to be sure. And that little O-ring right there has got to go over that screw to hold that spacer in place. So, Kevin?
Ready?
Yep, have fun. And the little rubber O-ring is just small enough that it's tight on that screw, on the back end of the screw, which it needs to be to hold the spacer in place. So Kevin's got to wrap it over and then get it down. Okay, he got it on there. All right, next thing we're going to do is go over and try and put it on the gas tank in a moment or two, as soon as Kevin gets it rolled down to hold that spacer in place. Okay, you thread the breather into a very small vent on the tank. And, oh, do we have the gasket on the bottom of it? Perfect, okay. Kevin's thought of everything.
Doesn't matter which way it goes, right?
Nope. Do a star pattern. Don't take one in about 7 or 8 turns and
Different
go across.
size.
Is it? Of course it is. All right, hold on just a second. Of course it is. TWM is saving weight.
Okay, so we are sitting pretty goodly on the threads.
Okay, which one do you want to let me start with? This one?
Doesn't matter. Just start one and get it started.
That way you can sit perfect.
Yeah. And you want to sit her down. Okay, that's good enough. Now
Okay.
go to the other. Go to this one on top here next. And we can see how that's working
It's
in.
actuating. It looks like it's engaging.
Yep. Let's make sure we're not pinching the air relief line. I don't believe we are.
No. We're
Okay.
good. It's in there.
Okay.
And then
Yep.
this
Yep.
one?
Yep, and then that one. The only 2 active screws on this are the top one and these 2. These are dummies because
How does that feel for you?
Does
Does it look pretty level to you?
it does look pretty level to me. No more room to turn. Just give them a little. How does it feel?
maximum tightness there for me, at least for this device.
Awesome. Okay, so here's your gas cap.
All right, you want to do that one? Or want me to? Okay. All right, so this way?
So look here, you see these grooves?
Okay.
So line up the grooves. And it's that easy.
Jeez, it looks so much better.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin did a great job on this.
Yeah.
The ticklish part, look at the difference in weight.
From an OEM spec.
And filling it up with gas in California with our vapor recovery system is such a pain. It's made so much easier by these things.
Yeah, and we'll take it off like this.
Yeah, push down. Push down.
Down, huh?
Yeah, down.
You want to try that? Ah. Oh, so that's the actuation there. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
It's beautiful.
It's really nice. It makes such a difference at the fuel station, and it looks so much better. It's lining up with the black on the rest of the machine here. Oh,
Sad part about it, we couldn't get it in ionized green, but the silver will do for the bike, at least.
yeah, I'd love to get that in green. If anybody out there happens to see this and knows where we can get one of these in green, let us know.
Yep.
But it looks so much better on the machine, in my opinion. Okay, the scary part was not dropping stuff in the gas tank, because I'm not too sure that these screws, are ferrous, that we could have picked them up with a magnet. And if you do that, Kevin's right. I think what you have to do is take the fuel tank off and empty it and get that out. So, nice job. I think that looks beautiful. All right. And I think these are like the little things you can do. By the way, for modifications for you guys
These
out,
are obviously different. So
you guys out there on a budget, there are some things that you can do that, like these little mirror block offs and these green screws that are just going to look, they're just a little bit of pop on the thing. It allows you to individualize your bike and you don't have to spend a fortune on it. What do you think, Kevin?
yeah, exactly. That's correct. It's not a fortune here.
Dude, I don't know how you got that O-ring on there with these gloves on, because I couldn't do it.
Hands, I guess, fine little hands I have.
That's your medical skills there.
Yeah, to be honest, it's the patience between putting it on. That really is a tedious little work you have to do there. You got it screwed on? Did it look okay?
They look great, I think.
Yeah,
I think they're kind of nice.
They look different than POY, so
Yeah.
we'll go with it.
Yeah. I think it's a small little custom touch, and I think a few flashes of green. Give us your opinions if you see this, everybody. Kevin and I have been talking about things to do, and one of the things we mentioned was maybe a decal or two with some green on it, or a little,
Yeah, a little bit of change.
yeah, something, because the silver and black are awesome, but I think what's really awesome shows up as well on the machine are these little spots of green you've got going on there. Yeah, I think they make for a clean look.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna say that this is probably gonna look a little bit cool with that little insignia that Kawasaki makes for the RR model. So
yeah, I think it's fun. We're taking in kind of the RR direction.
oh, absolutely, that's probably where the bike should be from.
Yeah, given its performance.
Yeah, it's a really strong bike.
Okay, let's get a little close up on these screws here. Nice green anodized color. We'll pan out a bit. We've just got some flashes of green on there. So send us your comments. ZX10R probably puts the R in green and a couple of little green flashes on the bike as you go down and look. It's got these
More damage.
man down. So Kevin's going to be busy for a minute or two. Okay, just outside the man cave, we finished our work this afternoon. This is our third attempt. That's 3, ladies and gentlemen. We had a bad battery, a helicopter fly by, and now we're set to go. We had a nice little session, a garage session this afternoon. What did we do, Kevin?
So we did a appearance package, I would say. We did the mirrors the other day, the light tech. We removed the gas cap, and Gary made a great recommendation from his other models he has in the state bowl. We replaced the gas cap with an ionized TWM product from Motomillions. I got here within the day. We replaced it. It was a little bit of a tricky process putting it on, but overall it's a little bit lighter than the original one, and cosmetically much better looking. And it's a fast actuated gas cap. You can quick release it. And then we replaced the mirror bolts that are here in the front with the windshield I replaced from an RR model, OEM spec, with the green ionized bolts here. They're from Puke. And the fender side, or the back end part, is the pegs removed from the passenger and with an RR bracket for the exhaust, for the Prokovich exhaust. So we did this the appearance package in general, and the bike's obviously well detailed, waxed up and everything. So
It's looking good, Kevin. It's really, as we were talking earlier in the garage, it's really looking race bike like.
yes,
It's really streamlined. It's got a couple of little RR pieces on it, and it's looking more and more just racy.
so about 5 to 6 pounds. I would put about 10 pounds, probably a lot removed from this bike. The brackets, or the hangers in the back, do weigh some, and they're very different weight-wise to a simple bracket that goes to exhaust. And the OEM gas cap is heavier, obviously, and the mirrors too. They weigh something. So yeah, there's a little bit of weight reduction with this, but a little bit better aerodynamics and features in this.
Nice. Now, just before we close off this evening, because we're done here, got to get rolling. Big plans next up. What's the deal next up?
So this bike has not been unlocked ECU wise. So I got an aftermarket ECU that's been tuned by a professional tuner for different race maps, whether it be 93, 93 E85, and VP MR12 fuel. And definitely we'll be going into that and probably replacing a battery if we need to. It has a lead battery still on it. So we'll be doing some performance features on the bike. Wheels wise and everything wise, I still have enough tread on the tires to be using it, so I'm still going to get a feel for it. But with the ECU, we'll probably be doing a lot of work on it, because it's going to be an auto blipper. These models 18 are still shift up, and they're only quick shift up, so now it's going to be auto blipper, and the fan's going to be reworked for the temperature wise. So there's a lot of little things that are going to go inside for the tuning part of the bike, and you're going to see a substantial difference in the bike. But other than that, those are probably the next things. And besides the case savers, we'll probably be going on next in another video. They're from GP
correct.
Racing.
Yeah, correct. We're going to put case savers on the side of it, and we're taking this bike along with the modifications. If anybody sees this video out there and they've got ideas for Kevin and I that are affordable, let's say, send us your notes, send us your thoughts. Have you seen tasteful mods or something that we ought to consider?
Yeah, and even these mirrors that he has on his Ducati would be something that probably be up for discussion about adding to the bike. Obviously, it looks so much better with those. I'm just doing this for right now, the appearance step one. And I eventually would be considerate of having mirrors on the side like that. The CRG mirrors they have here, quite nice.
Cool. Okay, we're going to sign off. We had a really productive evening here. Kevin worked all day long. I was retired all day long, and we did a little exercise. Don't worry, I didn't just sit around. And stay with us. We're gonna have some fun modifying and riding these two magnificent motorcycles. So Kevin, wave goodbye.
Adios, bye-bye.
Adios.